Hello world, welcome back to WDEE-TV headline news for this Thursday, December 4th, 2014. I'm Michael G. Nastos reporting. We have our top 5 headline news stories for today, and our top story today coming from the Ann Arbor News and writer Darcy Morin. For the family of missing Ypsilanti man Brian Martin, the news that police may have located his body brings the possibility for some closure. Quote, "Every time that we hear about a body being found, it's mixed emotions," said Linda Martin, Brian Martin's wife. Continued police investigations led to the Monday discovery of human remains in Putnam County, Ohio, Toledo Police Sergeant Joe Heffernan said. Police believe the remains are that of a 52-year-old, believed to be Martin. A Toledo couple has been indicted on murder charges related to his disappearance. No official identification of the remains had been made by Wednesday afternoon, according to the Lucas County Coroner's Office. More on this story can be found in our local news links feed on our website at WDEE-TV.com. Coming up next, story number 2, the Ypsilanti Township Circle K has closed. The building has subsequently been condemned.
At Morgan Taylor, buy 2 suits, get a 3rd suit free. Morgan Taylor is located at 133 West Michigan Avenue in Ypsilanti. Clothing and accessories for men, women, and children at Morgan Taylor. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 734-221-0296. Ask about layaways and in-store financing. At Morgan Taylor, buy 2 suits, get a 3rd suit free.
Welcome back to WDEE-TV headline news for this day. Michael G. Nastos reporting. My producer is Ray B. today. This story comes from the Ann Arbor News and writer Tom Perkins. A Circle K convenience store at 1767 South Huron Street on the corner of South Huron and Huron River Drive in Ypsilanti Township was closed down Tuesday night. Township Planning Director Joe Lawson said the building was condemned on Wednesday. Inspectors were dispatched to the property because the township's building department received a phone call from a concerned resident about the property's condition. Among other issues are an approximately 1-foot hole in the middle of the floor, foundation cracks, and rotting floor joists. Ypsilanti Township Treasurer Larry Doe said the Circle K wanted to demolish the building and construct a new one, but the property owner didn't want the building torn down. An employee at the store confirmed that said staff had known 3 weeks ago that the store would close, but this employee declined to provide any more information. We do have more information on our local news links feed on our website at WDEE-TV.com. Coming up next, story number 3, a fire causes significant damage to a Milan area home.
This portion of the news is brought to you by the Wolverine Grill, located at 228 West Michigan Avenue, Ypsilanti, Michigan. Check us out on the internet at thewolverinegrill.com.
We're back today with our third headline story here from WDEE-TV.com, sharing Michigan with the world. We're here in our studios in Ypsilanti. This story coming from, again, the Ann Arbor News and writer Matt Durr. A fire caused substantial damage to a home south of Milan in Monroe County's Dundee Township Thursday morning. John Lewis, the owner of the home in the 10200 block of Plank Road, said no one was hurt as the fire raged. He was not home. All of his dogs had been accounted for. He says they're all safe. That's the important thing. The rest of that stuff can be replaced, Lewis commented. Crews from the Milan and Dundee Fire Department were called to fight the blaze at the one-story residence at about 8:45 a.m. Lewis said he was contacted shortly thereafter. Firefighters were still on the scene at 10:15 a.m. looking for hot spots on the roof. Lewis said he has lived in this home for just about 10 years. More on this story on our local news links feed on our website at WDEE-TV.com. And coming up next, story number 4 in headline news today, a bar without alcohol, the Brilling Dry Bar, is a pop-up. It launches Friday in downtown Ann Arbor.
At Morgan Taylor, buy 2 suits, get a 3rd suit free. Morgan Taylor is located at 133 West Michigan Avenue in Ypsilanti. Clothing and accessories for men, women, and children at Morgan Taylor. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 734-221-0296. Ask about layaways and in-store financing. At Morgan Taylor, buy 2 suits, get a 3rd suit free.
We're rolling along with another edition of WDEE-TV headline news for this Thursday. My name is Michael G. Nastos reporting, and this next story coming from the Ann Arbor News and my old friend from WEMU, Jessica Webster. She's not old. I've just known her for a long time. Nick Sims has long yearned for a bar where non-drinkers could have a fun night out in Ann Arbor. This week, she's taking matters into her own hands and creating that space herself. Sims is a former chef turned digital marketing director. She's launching a pop-up dry bar on Friday night at Mighty Good Coffee, 217 North Main Street. What's a dry bar, you might ask? The simple answer is that it's a bar that doesn't serve alcoholic drinks. Sims said it's an alcohol-free place for conversation and connection. She also said, I haven't had a drink in 20 years, and I know a lot of people who don't drink. I love to go out on a weekend, but not in a bar. I wanted a bar-like convivial atmosphere with snacks and drinks and conversation without it being a typical bar. More on this story can be found on our local news feeds link on our website at WDEE-TV.com. And coming up next, story number 5 in headline news. An Ypsilanti man says a doctor charged with fraud made his back pain worse, not better.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Hikes Decorated Apparel, located at 133 West Michigan Avenue, Ypsilanti, Michigan. Check us out on the internet at hike.com.
Back with our final news story here at WDEE-TV.com, sharing Michigan with the world at your fingertips, and as our sign says, local news on your schedule. This story from the Associated Press, no writer byline was given. The rigors of working at a car wash left Tonica Scott with a bad back, yet he was confident the pain from bulging discs would go away when a charismatic Detroit area doctor proposed surgery. Scott said he had the swagger off the charts, talking about Dr. Arya Sabat. Continuing Scott, his hair was pulled back. He could have been a guy in a James Bond movie. Why would I want to go with anybody else? But 18 months later, the 40-year-old said he's in worse shape. Scott wears a back brace reinforced with duct tape and keeps painkillers within reach at his apartment living in Ypsilanti. And Sabat, the doctor, is charged with fraud in federal court in Detroit, accused of billing insurers for bogus procedures and deceiving patients about how he planned to fix their spines. He surrendered his medical license in California last summer after similar malpractice allegations. And in a separate action, the government is suing Sabat in Los Angeles over alleged kickbacks received for using certain spinal implants. Sabat is 40 years of age. He's been in custody since November 24th. Prosecutors fear he could flee the country and will ask a judge Thursday to keep him locked up, but defense lawyers say he's not a risk. He's focused on his family and assisting counsel and vigorously defending himself against these charges, the lawyers said in a court filing. Dr. Jeffrey Fishgrund, a spine surgeon at Beaumont Hospital, said he's aware of other Detroit area doctors who've been trying to help Sabbatt's former patients. More on this story can be found on our local news feeds link on our website at WDEE-TV.com. And coming up next, our Thursday WDEE-TV.com headline music and entertainment news report. We're back with our final segment for this day on WDEE-TV.com. It's our headline music and entertainment news report. Another prominent jazz musician has taken teaching to heart on a major scale at the University of Michigan. In addition to the appointment of Benny Green, guitarist Miles Okazaki has been instructing students following the departure of Randy Napoleon to Michigan State. Okazaki is an advanced progressive guitarist who has released a handful of tasteful recordings for the highly respected Sunnyside label. Coming to Ann Arbor from Brooklyn, he's a graduate of Harvard, the Manhattan School of Music, and Juilliard, where he has also taught, as well as instructing at the New School, Queens College, the University of North Texas, the New York Jazz Workshop, and the Banff Center in Canada. His first book, Fundamentals of Guitar, will be published by Mel Bay in January of 2015. Here's a sample of the artistry of Miles Okazaki, and these are the records that he does. Afro Horn will be in the area tomorrow night at Dearborn's Arab American National Museum at 13624 Michigan Avenue for a concert and workshop. Former Detroiter, percussionist, and band leader Francisco Mora Catlett lives in New York City but returns to his old stomping grounds for this special day of progressive Latin jazz. Afro Horn's lineup consists of pianist Arjuan Ortiz, soprano saxophonist Sam Newsom, ex-Detroiter, baritone saxophonist Alex Harding, bassist Rashawn Carter, Cuban percussionist Roman Diaz, and Mora Catlett. The name Afro Horn is used as a musical metaphor for middle passage in territorial terms and in life. The workshop is at 5:30 p.m. and the show is to follow at 7:30 p.m. Here's a little music from Afro Horn. Today we begin our features of Best Jazz CDs in 2014, starting off with artists that have local ties. Ann Arbor resident Ellen Rowe is known for playing beautiful yet substantive piano and at times challenging contemporary jazz. Aside from her duties as jazz chair for the University of Michigan, Rowe is also an acclaimed recording artist, as heard on her PKO label CD Courage Music. I've rated this excellent CD in my top 10 list for this year, based on her original compositions and great sidemen such as saxophonist and fellow U of M instructor Andrew Bishop. This is a track from Courage Music. It's called Circle of Life. Longtime jazz fans will know the name of drummer Tani Tabal for his association with the Creative Arts Collective, working extensively with guitarist A. Spencer Bearfield, rhythm mate Jaribu Shahid, who plays bass, and the legendary band Griot Galaxy. Tabal currently lives in Woodstock, New York, and he has produced a gem of an album, Wizards, for his own independent label, evoking the musical stance of Griot Galaxy that was produced while living in Detroit, but also hinting at the future of jazz. He's teamed up again with Shahid and trumpeter Rasul Siddiq. It's also a top 10 pick for 2014 on my list. Here's a sample of Wizards. You can see my entire list of best jazz of 2014. It's posted right here on our website, exclusively seen at WDEE-TV.com. Look for more headline news features in the weeks ahead. And that's WDEE-TV.com headline news for Thursday, December 4th, 2014. My name is Michael G. Nastos. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow.